All right, babies, it's that time again. Oh, yeah. Another day. Another opportunity to be holy. Oh! I remember one time this person here on the channel, he said, I have no idea what it means to be holy. And I can only imagine where he's coming from with that. He was judging me for being a celebrator of diversity and disqualifying me from having any knowledge of holiness as a result, which, those of you who know better, is a disqualifying criteria for him to be judging me, or just to be judging, period. But yeah, holiness is about just the relationship that we have because of Jesus. You know, that's why I really enjoy Paul's writings, because he's speaking personally of his own experience, whereas the Gospels are more about different interpretations of who Jesus is and what his purpose was. Paul's writings are more about, this is my experience, let me share it with you. You know, it's totally different. And in Galatians 2:20, he says, I'm crucified with Christ, nevertheless I live, but not I who lives, but Christ in me, who loved me and gave himself for me. So, in essence, Christ has replaced us. I mean, more technically, he's merged with us so that we're one. But as far as the power and the life and the agency, it's always going to be Christ in us. It's not us learning how to be holy. It's just a matter of us getting out of the way and letting God live through us. Which some of you, that might sound, like I'm splitting hairs, but if you've experienced it, then you know what I'm talking about. It's a world of difference. It's the difference between heaven and earth. That's why Jesus says the kingdom has come upon you, which is a totally different mindset than waiting for the kingdom to come. Oh yeah, baby. Yes, there's different levels of growth. I'm not unaware that, as a body, an organic body, made by the blood and spirit and life of God through Jesus, I'm not unaware that collectively we are moving into greater and greater maturity. But it doesn't take away from the fact that just by the gift of Jesus and our acceptance of that gift, that he transmutes us into this new eternal realm so that we can experience His holiness simply by our yielding. Oh, yeah, baby. Now, like I said, those of you who have experienced this, you know what I'm talking about. You know this is the life, this is the truth, this is what will set you free. You know, with all the things in the world that can bog us down, you know, worries, anxieties, fears, uncertainties, lack of opportunity, devastation, exploitation, deception, violence, war, genocide, hatred. I mean, it all can be pretty overwhelming, but when we have this experience of being translated into this new life, merged together with God as one, because of our revelation, applying the power of this revelation of who Jesus is, then it does what it does. It transforms our thinking. So much so that the frailties that we see ourselves caught in become manageable. Like I'm thinking about at school, you know, where I'm a special ed teacher of mostly suicidal and or emotionally challenged adolescents, and because of their dysfunction, some of them enjoy seeing staff be annoyed by their behavior, so they'll just do it all the more. And now that we're kind of like getting to the end of the year and some of them are not, you know, receiving A's and B's simply by sitting in a chair, then they use the opportunity to turn and blame the staff on for their behavior, when in reality they just have to look at themselves, which is what they don't want to do, which is why they're outplaced from public schools into our private programs. But yeah, they just act up just to annoy, and being the people we are, we can get annoyed. And yes, I've been annoyed lately. And I haven't really, like, you know, not to the point of like yelling at them or anything like that, but they can definitely tell that they're disrespect for rules, say, is annoying to me. Because I'm all about following the rules. Like, this can be a pleasant day if we follow the rules, and those rules are being respectful and quiet in the class, not trying to be disruptive so that you're annoying. So I say all that to give you an example of my experience, that's what I'm dealing with. And I would, you know, at this time of year where it's the school year is ending, kind of, you know, people are sort of at their wits' end, so to speak. You know, it's very easy to lose sight of the ultimate purpose, which is for us to be presenting the positive presence and love and commitment that God has made to us, that we now make to each other. And so that's what I'm saying, is the best way to learn about Jesus isn't so much studying the Bible, because you're going to get confused, because there's a lot of different views of him there, but it's more efficacious what's going on with you personally in your life and submitting it to the Spirit of God and learn to engage with Him directly. That's what I'm saying. And that's how you discover holiness. Oh.